$2,500 on a new pair of tennis shoes. Make come finish you. Click, click, link. If if you a question, question. Hola.
Hey,
What's up?
you don't have your background up.
I know I'm working. I'm working. I just got it up. I'm fixing on some stuff, and I just was watching the charts, and I was like, I'm just gonna pull it up while we watch. We just hit that consequent encroachment too. Watching the charts.
Consequent encroachment.
Consequent encroachment. We just hit that consequent encroachment.
Well, go ahead. I ain't gonna hold you up because you got people waiting on you.
All right. He'll learn to share up in there. What's up? He'll learn. I think he'll learn to share on the one in there.
Tranisha.
Oh, I see numbers going up. I see numbers going up. Yeah, we just hit that consequent encroachment. I just sat down and marked it because I was working on the background and I saw it moving. Now we're starting to get some distribution. This is distribution. This is what distribution looks like. Yeah, but I'm trying to redo the green screen. Like I'm putting it farther back. All right. You on break or something?
I'm about to go make a Starbucks run.
Man, must be nice. Go from carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders to carrying the Starbucks.
Listen, don't you say.
All right.
Bye.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, I'm just sitting. What's up, Rhonda? I'm working on the I'm redoing my green screen. Well, I'm kind of revamping it a little bit. And then I was watching the charts and I was like, hey, let me I ain't get a chance to do a live this morning. So I let me jump on real quick and just watch the price action with my peeps. And I'm seeing these 1 minute candles I got here. Real quick, while this playing out, see we hit that consequent encroachment to the tick right there because I marked out that 1 minute candle. The reason I marked out that 10-14 candle right there is because when I was in here working, I saw that we shot up there real quick and rejected real hard. Like we shot above these highs right here and rejected really hard. And then I noticed over here we was having divergence. The NQ was looking real weak. So I was like, okay, let me mark out this consequent encroachment, because I want to see if we struggle to get back above this high. And if we struggle to get back above this high, then I will be looking for what kind of distribution, or can we get a bang to come down below this low right here at the 1006 candle right there. That's what I'm looking at right now. Since we struggle, now we hit the consequent encroachment. If we struggle with that, I would look for us to come below that low. I want to see heavy distribution below that low right there, right at 41.5750, right? And then I'll be looking for some type of entry in this area right here, working off of this, if that'll make this be a breaker, this 1005 candle and this 1006 candle, that'll make that be a breaker, and I will be looking for an imbalance in this area right here of this breaker. Now, if this consequent encroachment don't hold price down and we do get back above this high right here, then I will be looking for heavy distribution again to come, because we've already taken out the high, right? Based off of my chart that I sent out to the members. Right, I sent out my chart to the members for what I would be watching, and I once I got back to the house after I went and handled the business, I noticed that, hey, boom, we took out the prior day's low, right, and rejected. So my attention was on the prior day's high, right? So now we took out the prior day's low, rejected it, and we've come back to the prior day's high, right? Now that we've gotten back to the prior day's high, right? Now we're in the buy side now. Now, what I'm looking for is, are we gonna get heavy distribution above this buy side, or are we gonna take the buy side, right, and then reverse? See right there, that low on the 1 minute, that's so far this candle, this 10 o'clock candle that we're working on right now, that's the low of this candle right now. So I'm looking to see, are we going to keep continuation up? Because over here, there you go, right there, we took out yesterday's low and rejected. So then now that we've rejected, what high brought us to this low? This high right here at 2 p.m. on Friday. So that was the draw on liquidity, right? When I sent out my chart, we had the new week opening gap, we had the fair value gap, and we had the breaker, right? Unfortunately, it didn't give no kind of entry for me before attacking that buy side, right? I wanted price to come back to this breaker to be able to buy off of this fair value gap right here at this breaker, right? But look what price did. It just kept going up. It didn't give an opportunity. It didn't come back to where I wanted it to attack that buy side. Now it just kept straight up and attacked that buy side. Attack that buy side. Now that we've attacked the buy side, now I'm looking for, are we gonna get heavy distribution above the buy side, or are we gonna reject it and then come back down and give an opportunity to come back? Then this would be the draw on liquidity, right? Do we have to get there? No, we don't. We can come back down to the new week opening gap and stop. We can come back down to this breaker and stop. But the fact of the matter is, now that we've taken out that high, if we reject, then the draw would be here. You don't have to get to the draw. You just have to know what the draw is. So that's what I'm watching right now. I welcome y'all to watch it with me while I continue to work around here in the studio. And if you get, like I put it in the comments, I said, if you got any questions, just click on the link. You can pull up. If I see it pop up on the screen and catch my attention, I'll pull you up. Or you can consequent encroachment. Or you can type something in the chat, and then when I happen to look up and see it, if it's a question, I'll answer it. But yeah, that's it. I didn't really look at the overnight price action. I just kind of marked it out. I kind of marked out what I was, well, I guess I looked at it mentally, and I kind of marked out what I was seeing. You see how we sold down, and once we took out the sell side, we came back. We pulled back up to the new week opening gap, hung out there for a little bit. Right, we hung out here at this imbalance for a little bit, bust above that, and then hung out at the new week opening gap. Right, so it's just been all gas, really. Gave one pullback opportunity right here at 440, and then like I say, it never came back here. It never pulled back like I would have liked to see. I wasn't here to trade it, but it never pulled back like I would like to have seen it. All it did was come back to this imbalance. It never came back down to any of this. So it was using all of this right here as a balanced price range. Even though we got this breaker here, the algo didn't even bother with it. All of this was a balanced price range. It's not going to always come back for you. Right? We went above that again. Right there. We just went above that high again. Right? So right here, if we got one more poke up there, I would love to see one more poke up there and then get distribution, right? And the reason why I would love to see one more poke above that and then get distribution, because when we came up and took out the buy side here on this 940 candle, right? That'll be one poke above that. Then that's two pokes above that. If we got one more poke above this candle that we're in, this 1030 candle right now, and then came down and got a break and market structure at that 41.57, I would love that. That would be a nice bread and butter setup. That would be a beautiful bread and butter setup. Now, I don't have to get another poke, but I would love to see it. We still got divergence, heavy divergence. The Dow still pushing up. The Dow still pushing up. The NQ is super weak. The ES, red-headed stepchild in the middle. We're starting to push down pretty heavy right now. Look like we're coming for that sell side. And we come for that sell side. That's a nice beefy candle right there on that 1030. That 1030 candle is a nice beefy candle. Getting a little hesitation right there. And I attribute that hesitation because of this divergence. This divergence ain't just giving it clean like that. That divergence just that divergence with the Dow is not giving it like clean looks. It's not giving it real clean looks. All right. So on the 1 minute, we got a break here, right? We got a break there. If we get a break down here, this fair value gap right there will be a nice look. I would like to see the SIBI at 1033 act as a breakaway gap and not go back to it. We've poked above there. On the 1 minute, we've gotten 1, 2, 3. We got 3 pokes above the buy side on the 1 minute. I like that. I like that right there. So this 1034 SIBI, I like that as a short entry. I like that as a short entry if we don't go too far. But right now, as of right now, if we just start to come back up right now, I like that 1034 SIBI as a short entry. Let's see what the risk is on that for institutional order flow. Institutional order. So 59.75. This high up here is 64.25. So 59.75, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 ticks above this high would be 5 points. That would be 5 points right there. 3 ticks above that high would be 5 points. Yeah, nice distribution down. See, I don't like when they do it like this because now we're leaving like a bunch of gaps here in it, like, and see, coming to here, right? Now we got a breaker here. We have a breaker here and we got a breaker here, right? So now which breaker is it going to use? You know what I'm saying? Now you got to account for the upside risk, right? You got your breaker here, right? And then on the 1 minute, we got a higher breaker. We got this is the mitigation block here, and that's the breaker there. So we got a mitigation block here and a breaker here, right? So I still like this one as the entry. And then now that we're leaving here, right, now that we rocketed away like that, now this move right here can be showing that now all of this is a balanced price range because we got a breaker here and an imbalance there, right? On the 1, so it may never get back here on the 1 minute because now it's rocketing. It's rocketing so far. It's rocketing so far now. Let's go back to the 5 minute real quick. See, look at that 5 minute candle. We coming all the way down. We about to attack that right there. All right, so on the 5 minute, we got a volume imbalance here and a fair value gap there. When in doubt, default to the 5 minute. Whenever you're in doubt, default to the 5 minute. That's what I do. When the 1 minute start giving me too much frustration, I default to the 5 minute as my lowest time frame of concern. When the 1 minute start getting too gappy like that. Okay, we got another break right there. All right, we got a see, now we got this huge, we working on a SIBI right here, breaking market structure there. That's the break we were looking at. There's the 5 minute fair value gap right there. Equilibrium of this move right here is right at that breaker, that 5 minute fair value gap. Let's see if that line up with where we was looking at the first time. Boom. Yep. That 1034, that's the same spot. That's the same spot. So still liking that on this move here for the pullback entry. That thing look like it ain't gonna get nothing. Right? And see, again, like I said, equilibrium is right. We got a breaker here. Boom. We got a fair value gap there. All right. The 5 minute is up inside the balanced price range right here. Right. Again, you have to account for this upside risk, but you might have water in your eyes and get left right here at the 1036 SIBI. The 1034 SIBI is the SIBI that I like. You might have water in your eyes and just get left, just like last time on the way up. You might have water in your eyes and just get left. We're back at the new week opening gap. We're back at the new week opening gap. Heavy divergence. I'm watching the NQ. Watching this low on the NQ. If the NQ get heavy distribution below this London low right here, if the NQ get heavy distribution below this London low, then I'm liking that because the Dow got heavy rejection after coming above these highs right here. Got heavy rejection right there. Heavy rejection. Poke back up above it again, and now it's getting heavy rejection again. Right? It's getting rejected. So if the Dow starts to reverse, then that'll bring the draw back to that same London low. Right? That'll bring the draw back to that same London low for the Dow. Right? Now the ES is up above here and it's getting rejected. So that'll bring the draw back to that same low. Right? That's the draw on that same low. And look at that. Ain't giving nothing. Ain't giving nothing. I ain't giving nothing. I'm about to start working again. I'm about to start working again because it ain't giving nothing. Ain't giving nobody nothing. Look at this 15-minute candle. Ain't giving nobody nothing. Wait a minute. Did we have some kind of news today? That candle look crazy. That candle look crazy. 10:30. That was at 10:30. Well, that is a 10:30 candle. But that is the 10:30 candle. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey. That's not even really a market move. Probably consensus. Ooh. Dallas Fed Marketing Management Survey tracks factory activity in Texas. On a monthly basis, firms are asked whether the employment orders price and other indicators increase, decrease, and will remain unchanged over previous month. Response are aggregated into the balance index, where positive values generally indicate growth, while negative values generally indicate contraction. About 100 manufacturers regularly participate in the survey. So the consensus, the price was -15, consensus was -11, and it came out at -23, far below what was expected. Far below what was expected. Let's see how Forex ranks that. Econoday ranks that as just like any other information. And Forex Factory don't even have it on the calendar. Forex Factory don't even have it on the calendar. So I'm not positive if it's got anything to do with that news or not. But that is a news-like candle, and the dollar is going down with it also. If anybody took a turtle soup off of this high, or even went in at that consequent encroachment that I was looking at, that's crazy short right there. Like I don't enter off consequent encroachment, but I had marked it out because I was like, hey, I want to see if we hit that consequent encroachment, you know what I'm saying, reject off, get below this low, you know, consequent encroachment, we tap right back above there again and then just died. That's some distribution. Now that's distribution right there. That's when I be talking about pow. That's a pow right there. That's a pow right there. Now we've come as low as this. So now again, since we've come that far, now that puts equilibrium at 41.55.75, and this 5-minute fair value gap is starting to look like what I would want to be the breakaway gap, where I wanted the entry to be. Now that we've come this far, now I would like that to be the breakaway gap. Right? I would like that to be the breakaway gap. I don't want that gap to fill because how far we've come. Right? And then looking at that gap right there, and then with the breaker here. Right? So we got this 5-minute breaker here. Right? That 5-minute breaker right there. And then that fair value gap lining up with it right there at the breaking market structure. And then I don't want that 5-minute fair value gap to fill. I want that to be the breakaway gap. So that'll be the 1036 candle now. Instead of the 1034 SIBI, now it's the 1036 SIBI. Right? The 1036 SIBI would be the preferred entry on the 1 minute. Yes. Now it's time to go back to work. Now it's time to go back to work. Drop mode. Oh, target field. Shout out Father Legend. Target field. Target field. NQ just fighting with this London low. NQ just took the London low I was talking about. So the NQ came up here, rejected this high, the draw, the London low. The NQ just came back and took that London low. All right. Now that the NQ is rejecting that, now that the NQ is rejecting this low, if the NQ don't get heavy distribution below this low, then this could just be a drawback to this BISI, this 6 o'clock BISI right here. Could be a pullback to that BISI for a long entry coming back to my breaker that I originally was looking at trying to get long entry off of. That's my breaker right there. What's this? The high of that breaker, 41.43.75. 41.43.75. Boom, right there. That's the low of that BISI. Right? That breaker that I want that long entry off of earlier. Right? And the dollar still dumping. So we got divergence going on. The dollar still dumping along with the ES. So the dollar showing weakness. This is dumping down. Coming back to that break. When I said we never came back to that breaker. Now it's coming back to that point where I was looking for that long entry. We just came back down. That looked like an hourly volume imbalance. We just hit it. Yes, we just went through an hourly volume imbalance. Got a nice little rejection off of that. Hey man, shout out to everybody who showed my son some love yesterday. Y'all went crazy. His cash out account got locked up. We're thinking that it got locked up because throughout the day he would just like be throughout the live stream he would just be like transferring money out. Like after they stopped coming in, he would just like transfer the money out. You know what I'm saying? Like putting it in his account, because he do it where he don't do it immediate. He be like, I want all the money. So he do like the 2 or 3 days where it put all the money in there without charging no fee, right? So he was transferring the money out, and we don't know if it's because of the amount that was going like constantly, or if it was constant transactions, like him taking it back out and transferring it, but they locked it up. And last year when it happened on his birthday, it locked it up. It locked up his account, and he had to make a new account. And he was like, man, I'm running out of football numbers, man, because it used to be his original football number from when he first started playing football in Little League, and then he had to redo it. And now, you know what I'm saying, and now because in high school they numbers change from year to year. Like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they get lucky enough to get the same number, but like he was using his original football number that he picked in Little League and was keeping, but it went crazy. And so if anybody got like a thing saying that your cash app was canceled, that's true. It was canceled. I think it was like 2 people or 3 people got canceled. One of them reached out to me and was like, hey, it says canceled. You know what I'm saying? And then so we went through and did what we had to do. And then they was like, let me know when I can try again. And I reached back out to him and was like, hey, we did what we supposed to do. You can try it now. If it don't work, then you don't work. And then so they redid it, and it actually started working again, because it was like, it made me like sponsor him. It was like he had to put in his information, and then it was like an adult needs to sponsor him. And then once we did all that, then it started working again. But I appreciate y'all, man. He's very happy. He's very thankful. He showed his thanks in his own little teenage way. We hung out and watched Super Mario Brothers yesterday. He wanted to go see Super Mario Brothers. You know what I'm saying? We went and saw that. It was just like a family day. It was just me, Calandra, Chris, and him. We went and seen Super Mario Brothers. We went and got some JD wings, ate JD wings, and just chilled out for the rest of the day. But we had a good time, man. I appreciate y'all, man. He geeked up. He geeked up, right? He talks about, what can't do. But I appreciate y'all. But I really appreciate y'all. The fireworks have slowed down. The fireworks have slowed down. So again, price didn't give the entry I would have liked up here. It did what I wanted to see it do, but it didn't give the entry that I wanted. So that's part of the game. This morning, the same thing. I wasn't here, but it did the same thing this morning. It didn't come back to the breaker in the imbalance. So that's part of the game. It appears to be coming back to that breaker now. Right? Eventually, it may get there. I thought it was fun to run there now, but it didn't give the move that I wanted here. It's coming up on 11 o'clock. It's past the time that, the way the price moving now, it don't look like it's gonna be like in a time where, hey, I would feel comfortable going into a trade. I usually knock off at 11. Some days I'll push it to 11:30, but hey, 2 times in one day where price went where did what I expected it to do, but didn't yield an entry. And this is why a lot of times I be like, I don't like trading on Monday. I just like to watch on Monday and see what price is going to give me. You know what I'm saying? I just like to watch and see what price is going to give me, because now we're back at the new week opening gap, right? We went up, and we can come to the new week opening gap and stop. You know what I'm saying? Now we're back at we did come below the new week opening gap here, but the only thing we did was come down to this low here. We tapped this low there. All right. Did we go wick for wick? 41.47, 41.47, right? Then we push back up here. See if we get another leg down and use this whole 5-minute, right? Not even come back and close this. Right? Not even come back and close this. Let's see if we get another leg down here and treat all of this as balanced out. Because remember I told you, like with a balanced price range, it can either do what? Cut through it like it's like butter, or don't go to it at all. Right? And then we got opposing fair value gaps right there. That's another clue of what? A balanced price range. We got a BISI here and a SIBI there. Right? That's another indication of a balanced price range. Right? And the way I see it in my mind is, because since the algo done with it and the price range is balanced, it just cuts through it like butter. So when it cutting through so fast, it end up making a imbalance, either a SIBI or a BISI. And we shot through it like this right here, creating this SIBI, and it's right across from another BISI. It's a SIBI and a BISI right there, another indication of a potential balanced price range. And now we've gotten below this buy side liquidity right there, the buy side that we had taken. Now we've gotten below it, and we're kind of stalling out a little bit right here at the new week opening gap. Right. Again, not given the opportunity to pull back up like I wanted it to catch this short. It just went without me. Exactly. Nothing high probability. Nothing high probability. It's all been in the midst of chop. Right? When we were struggling over here, we struggling, and I attribute that to the divergence on the Dow. Right. Whenever you got that, and then the dollar diverging, the Dow diverging. You know what I'm saying? So you got this divergence over here, right? That's gonna give you the tension, the fighting, the low probability. Get your divergence over here, that lets you know, hey, I might be getting an entry soon. But when you got divergence over here with the indexes, that's giving you that tension. The brothers and sisters are fighting. I got to remember how to use these grommets. I can't remember how to use this little grommet thing. And all I got is the thing. I got to remember how to, not the grunt, I guess it's grommet. It's not, grommet ain't the word I'm looking for. I guess it is grommet. I can't remember. I think you put it. I can't remember exactly how you do it. I know it's like a thing you got to hit it with the hammer. So you need, it's two different sides to it. Oh, no, maybe it's just one side. It's just one side. Okay, so yeah, this, you punch the hole. I remember now. You punch the hole with this. You put this on the fabric, and then you hit it with the hammer. So you put that on the fabric, and you hit it with the hammer. And then you put that through the hole. Yeah, then you put that through the hole. I don't know. I can't remember how to do it. So this right here goes some kind of way. Then you hit it. And then you hit it, and it, like that. I think you hit it, and it curl down. And when you hit it, it curl down. I think that's how you do it. I don't know. I'm about to find out. What's up, Mendez? What's going on, Mendez? Yeah, see, we stalling out. It's 11 o'clock and we stalling out. Yeah, man, 11 o'clock and we stalling out. The dollar took out this sell side, pushing back into this fair value gap right here, still showing weakness. The dollar still showing weakness. So again, I really would like to see it get down here to this breaker that I was watching this morning. Because the dollar still showing weakness. If the dollar, inch back up into this fair value gap, it did continue down. I would love to see it get back to this breaker and push up. Get back to this breaker and push up. Yeah. It's starting to dilly-dally, man. I ain't doing too much of nothing. It's after 11. I don't like trading during this time anyway. Hopefully I was able to share something on this video that made some sense to somebody. I just wanted to jump on since I didn't get a chance to look at the price action tonight. I just wanted to get on and kind of talk through. Like I said, reading taping where I ain't do much working. I just was doing a little bit of tape reading. I ain't do much working in the studio, but yeah, the NQ look like it's trying to set up a fair value gap here. These hourly candles, but the NQ look like it's trying to set up a SIBI on the 11 o'clock candle. That'll be the 10 o'clock candle on TradingView. And then the ES also. If we get down to this fair value gap and this breaker that I was talking about, if we get down to that, I'm starting to make that push now, then that will be working on a fair value gap right there at the new week opening gap. Right there at the new week opening gap. Mind you, now let's look at that. Right? Let's look at that. If we come back down to this BISI on the 6 o'clock candle, the 5 o'clock candle, if we came back down to this BISI, right down here at this breaker that I was wanting a long entry off of this morning, right? Let's see what that leaves us with. Then that'll leave us with a SIBI right at the new week opening gap, right after getting rejected from taking out this high. So since we got rejected, taking out that high, now where's the draw? Now the draw is down here, right? The draw is down there. Do we have to get there? No, we don't. But now the draw is here, right? Is that the draw? Is that the same low? 41.30? Yes. Now the draw is here. Do we have to get there? No. But if we stop at this breaker and start to push back up, you got to remember, there's a 1 hour. There would be a 1 hour fair value gap right there in the new week opening gap, right? And what will that be setting up? Right now, this is high resistance. This is high resistance because you're coming down into a BISI right here at this breaker, right? If we continue down, right? If we continue down until 12 o'clock without filling in this fair value gap, right? That's going to be a SIBI right here at the new week opening gap after getting rejected above these highs. We came above these highs and got rejected. So now the draw is down here. We start coming down, right? The draw is here. So now you have a breaker that can stop you and push you back up, right? But you would have a fair value gap and a new week opening gap that's there to do what? Stop you again, right? It's there to stop you again because we're below the PD array, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that nibble. Nibble. Don't get greedy. Nibble. If it, you know what I'm saying? If the market just, give you small moves, don't get greedy. Nibble. Nibble. It's all, again, nothing high probability so far. It's all really, it's all deep during these times right here. Like I tend to miss a lot of moves during these times right here because I'm looking for entries after we get something like this like heavy distribution. Like I would have wanted this to come down to like here and then backed up to there to enter, right? I don't want it to just come and poke and then get in right there because it's chop suey. So I need heavy distribution and then push back up to my breaker and my fair value gap, right? So like I say up here, it didn't give me what I wanted up there as an entry. Did exactly what I wanted, but didn't give me what I wanted as an entry because it's like all low probability. So it's like, like the entry over here would have been this fair value gap. I mean, this consequent encroachment that I marked when I first got on. I was like, hey, we just got to that consequent encroachment that I marked out when I first got on. It's like, I don't think I had the chart up yet. Matter of fact, my sweetie hadn't called me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think I had the chart up yet. But I was like, hey, we just got to it. And that was the entry right there for this run. And it's crazy because look, when we came back to it, we came down and then we still pushed above it, right? So either that consequent encroachment or a turtle soup right here. That was the entry. And I don't trade a turtle soup sale. I don't trade the turtle soup, right? The turtle soup or this consequent encroachment. Then was the only two entries for that run right there. Right? Market did exactly what I talked about, but the only two entries it gave were entries that's not a part of my trading model. What's up, CZ? What's going on? Again, man, I thank all y'all for showing my son love yesterday. He is ecstatic. He didn't even wear his necklace to school that we got him. It's back there somewhere. Back there somewhere. Matter of fact, let me show y'all his necklace that we got him for his birthday. He said he told us, oh yeah, I like that. I like that. If I can find it, wherever he put it. Alexa, turn boys' room on. Yeah. He so I said, so I said. He so I said. He so I said, so I said. Gotta make sure I'm holding. I was trying to show him how to put it on. Yesterday. He so I said, so I said. I was trying to show him how to put it on yesterday. But yeah, probably can't see it. But it's one of them a diamond tennis necklace. What they call it? Tennis necklaces. The one I remember back in the day, we used to have like that. We used to buy like the tennis bracelets, like that right there. Used to buy the females the tennis bracelets, and now they make like the tennis necklaces. Then he was like, yeah, I like that. It's a nice size. It don't look I said don't look fake. He's like, yeah, it don't look. You're like, you be seeing people with like big chains on. You be like, man, that's fake. And then I was like, yeah. He was like, you know what I'm saying? It looked like, you know what I'm saying? It don't look clown. It don't look like a clown. And I was like, yeah. And it looked good around his neck. I told my wife, I'm like, I need to buy me a necklace. She was like, you don't even wear jewelry like that. But he said he'll like it. He ain't even wear it. So I better not see that. I better not see your little friend with that necklace around her neck. I bet I see your little friend. On the gram. I bet I see your little friend on the gram talking about something. My man that iced me out. I bet not see it around her neck. We gonna have some problems. We gonna have some problems. If I mess around and log into Instagram and see your little friend with it around her neck. Hold on, partner. Y'all remember back in the day in high school when it used to be cool to put on your boyfriend jewelry? You put your boyfriend jewelry on, put on your boyfriend jacket. You know what I'm saying? You know she got away. Hold on, partner. Hold on, partner. Hey, she want a tennis necklace. You tell her mom and daddy to buy her a tennis necklace. Hey, my wife told him, she said, me and your daddy for to start taking international flights. We for to start taking international flights. And my little brother sent the text that they told us, hey, whoever go to Dubai first, take me with you. Take it to our whole family. Go Tabitha Brown and her husband and Kev on stage and his wife, they went to Dubai and they was out there on them jet skis that looked like Ferraris. And I was like, see, that supposed to be us right now. Because I wanted to go for my 50th birthday. But, you know, my wife, she do all the planning for the vacations. And everything been crazy, man. Like, inflation. We'll talk about that the other day. She was like, what's the new timeline on our house and our Tesla and our truck? I said, babe, I ain't gonna hold you. I say, the way inflation is right now, I don't have a timeline because it's like everything's just so expensive. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got to be able to justify the cost. And just because I want it ain't justification. You know what I'm saying? No matter, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much God bless me, I'm always gonna be fiscally responsible. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spit in God's face by just going out there making flagrant purchases. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna always be fiscally responsible, man. And so it's just been crazy. So that's the reason why we ain't do Dubai for my 50th birthday, because it's like crazy, man. It was like, I want to say it was like starting at like $2,000 to $2,500 per person, and that wasn't even with everything. I want to say that was just getting there, if I ain't mistaken. It just was like when she was going through everything, it was like it was crazy. And I was like, I respect it. And my wife, she ain't gonna, like, she'll have a good time, but if she don't feel like she getting a good deal, that good time ain't finna happen. It's cheaper in the winter months. Winter for who? Us or them? Like, I never like when people like go during such and such months. Like, is it winter for us or winter for them? Like, whose winter do you do it in? You know what I'm saying? Like, people like go during the winter months. You know what I'm saying? But if you go during the winter months, for me, it might not be winter months over there. You might be getting taxed. You know what I'm saying? Or you might go during the summer months for me, but it's like the winter months for somebody else. And like when they say that, do they mean like winter for them or winter for where you coming from? I'm assuming it's got to be winter for them because everybody not coming from the same place. So the winter not might be the same for everybody. So when you say go during the winter months, you got to be talking about the destination for us. So winter for us. So winter for the U.S. is cheaper going during winter time for the U.S. Okay. Okay. And see, I got a summer birthday. So that's probably why I was crazy. So I appreciate that, Laverne. SC Asia between September and November is good bang for your buck. Southeast Asia, good bang for your buck between September and November. Okay. Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that education. Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, hopefully I was able to share something. I can't remember exactly what I said because we were just like kind of looking at the price, but hopefully it was helpful to somebody. Again, if you don't take nothing away from this, take this as, you know, just a note of there are going to be times when you're going to call exactly what the market does, but don't get a chance to participate. And again, because if you look at what I sent out to the channel members today with my screenshot, right? The market went all the way up here as anticipated, but it didn't come back down to the breaker and imbalances that I wanted to get there. Because I sent it out like it was like 5 or 6 in the morning when I sent it out. It was somewhere when the price was consolidating around here, right? And see, price never came back to the breaker, and it went all the way up to the buy side. And then just now while we was talking, I was like, I want to see it take out this sell side, retrace back up, try to get short here and come down, right? But later, it came down, took out the sell side, and I was continuing down, but it never came back. So it's going to be times when you see exactly what the market's going to do, you're going to call it exactly like it should be called, and the market is not going to give you an opportunity to participate. You know what I'm saying? Don't go and FOMO into a trade, because worst thing in the world to do is to FOMO into a trade at this point right here, and that trade works out for you. If you FOMO into a short right here, and that short works out for you, and the price keep running all the way down here back to this sell side liquidity, that's the worst thing in the world for you, because you FOMO'd into the trade, right? If you come in right now and you haven't looked at anything back there, and then you say, okay, based off what I'm seeing right here, looking like price don't want to go back up there, and I'm going to get in short right here, and it goes all the way down, that's one thing. But for you to jump in here, right, knowing that there is a bullish breaker right there that you wanted to go long off of earlier today, but you feel like you've missed this move and you're just trying to catch some of that short, and it works out for you and you make it, that's going to instill bad habits. And I'm speaking from experience, because I would just jump into trades because I thought I missed them, and it worked out, and it started to instill, and it took me a long time to break them bad habits. Long time. I'll see y'all one day you'll get to buy. It's impressive to put the point. You can see the moving there. Everyone does. Press to the point. You can see the moving up. The one is pretty much the same there. I lived in the region for years. Oh, okay then. Thank you. See y'all tonight, man. Yeah, I'm about to go, man. I'll see y'all tonight. I'm going ahead and finish doing what I'm doing back here. I'm going ahead and finish doing what I'm doing back here. Hopefully I can get it done. Hopefully I can get it done with what I got, because I cut my green screen before making, like, because I used to just have this one piece, but it was like really close to me. Like I ran it around the ceiling and it was really close to me. So now I'm trying to run it. Like straight back, and then around the back of the room, and then straight up this way. Right. Yeah, come around the back and then straight up this way. But I needed to come. How far I needed to go? I needed to go. So what is that? I'm trying to see what all I can see over there. Okay, that book. Okay, so I needed to come at least over there. What if I put this thing all the way wide? That's too far. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to come at least right to there. Okay. All right. Anyway. It's pretty neat to see what it actually looks like versus what it projects. Yeah. With the what's the name? This what it look like in here. Let me see. I turn this off. No background. Yeah. No background. So yeah, this right here. This don't usually be here. I just got that sitting there because I'm giving. And see, I cut that green screen. I cut that green like back when I used to do pictures and stuff. I cut that green screen and I got some PVC pipe and I stitched all this up to like be able to run the PVC through there. And I used to go out when I was doing posters. When I was doing posters, I would take pictures of the kids, the little sports pictures, and then I will make them posters. Let me show you one of the posters. I got some posters of my sons that I did. I used to go this one. This one time Chris was like, oh, too bright. They go crazy. Hey, Chris was like, he wanted to take this one. He was like young here, like he wanted to take a poster picture, but he wanted to take one with his Bible. He wanted to take a picture with his Bible. Reflection go crazy. He wanted to take one with his Bible, so I did that of him. So that was one here. Like, I want to take a poster picture. I want to take one with my Bible. And then this one, Timothy, when they was playing, they won the championship in baseball. Like, they was like the underdog team. They was the underdog team. They won the championship in baseball, right? So he did that. And then Chris, and then it's crazy because I messed around and spelled Chris' name wrong on his poster. I left the H out. I spelled his name wrong. I left the H out of his name. And he was like, that's cool. Ain't no big deal. Our reflection go crazy though. That reflection on the light go crazy. I can't hardly see nothing. People like, tell nobody care about them pictures. You trying to get reflection off it. Don't nobody care about that picture. Turn that screen off. There you go. Yep. But yeah, man. Back in the day when I used to be doing but that's what I used to use that one for. I used to take it to the park and take pictures of the kids and then make posters. Back in my heyday when I was grinding hard with my video and photography. Anyway, man, y'all be easy, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, I do a lot of stuff, man. Hey, I do a lot of stuff. I never knew that was how things work behind the scenes. It's very interesting technology. Yes, it is. Technology is crazy. Technology go crazy because it matter of fact, the picture that I be using, my sweeter picture is back here. Like, and that's another reason why I'm moving it. Because my AC vent is right here. And when I had it up there, like it used to, like all the AC used to be behind the green screen. But yeah, the picture, my sweeter picture of that, the one I took a picture of. The picture that I took a picture of to put in the room, I took a picture of that picture right there. And then I put it inside the on the picture, inside the studio picture. What's the name? What's the studio picture? The finished studio picture. Right there. Right there. I took a picture of that picture and then I put it inside this picture right here. So I took that picture right there. That's up on the wall, right? I got my phone and I took that picture. Matter of fact, if I blow it up, you can see me. You can see me right there. That's my reflection right there. I'll take a picture of the picture. Like you can see my arm right there and my head. I took a picture of that picture right there, and then I inserted it into that picture over there and put it on the wall in the corner right there. Yeah, technology is a beast. Technology is a bug. Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you. You're far too kind. But yeah, man, this is why I be right here. I be right here. I got the fancy little background studio room, but I made all the acoustic treatment in here myself. Them black things on the wall, that's like acoustic treatment because I used to do music and we used to record music in here. So I made, when you go to like the places and they have like acoustic Tim. You go to places they have like acoustic treatments right there. Like I got like they on the ceiling. I put them on the ceiling, on the walls, and all the corners, because it's like they in the corners, they on the side of the I got them like on the sides everywhere. Got acoustic treatment, and you can't see them over there. Right, they on the ceiling. I got one on that wall right there. I one on the ceiling over there. One in the corner back there behind the thing. You know what I'm saying? On the ceiling over there. One in the corner over there. Like the keep the reverb down in the room. Keep it from like bouncing. As a matter of fact, when I first did it, I done got used to it now. But when people come in here, this room sound different than the rest of the house. They be like, whoa. So it's like, but that stuff expensive. So I ordered the stuff that go inside there, and I bought the wood from Home Depot and made the frames, then wrapped the fabric around them. Went to Joanne Fabric and bought some black fabric wrapped around. It was a whole lot cheaper than paying somebody to do it. Anyway, man, stop running my mouth. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30 for the price action recap. We still dilly-dallying a little bit, trying to make our way down to that breaker. The NQ looking super heavy still. The NQ looking super heavy still over here. All right. We've made our way back into that Bessie, but we still have not touched that breaker yet. We've made our way back into that Bessie, but we still haven't touched that breaker yet. Let's see what the lunch hour brings. Let's see what's going on. So we can make some predictions for lunch. Okay, so lunch hour time. We coming into this Bessie. We starting to stall out. The NQ has taken out the London low. We're pushing down below that candle again on the hourly. So we're pushing down below that candle that took out the low. So it's still looking extremely heavy. We're working on an hourly SIBI. This low took us up to that high right there, right? This low took us up to that high right there. We came down, we took out that high, right, and rejected. So then we came back to that low. Now we've taken that low out, and it looked like we headed to that low right there. Right? Looked like we headed to that low right there. Because when we pushed up and rejected off of this high right here, the draw would have been here. But then we came down and stopped at that breaking market structure right there. We didn't get all the way to the low. We came back down into this down close candle there. Then went back up and took out that buy side. And now, like, we're coming back for that low again. So now the NQ is pulling to the downside. So now that everybody's taking buy side, and the NQ is pulling so heavy, I don't know how much I trust this breaker right here anymore. Look like the draw is down here. Look like the draw is down here. I no longer would like a long off of this, because the draw, the way the NQ moving. What's this low? 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock on the 21st. What's that? 11 a.m. on the 21st. Oh, right here. This low right here. I'm like, what low is this? That's this low right here. It's yesterday, the prior day's low. That's this low right here. Right? So that low. Yes. Okay. Okay. No, because so the ES took that low out first. That ES took that low out, and then the NQ. Okay. So let me move these. These right here messing me up. Those are old lines I had on there. So the ES and the Dow took out Friday's low. The ES and the Dow took out Friday's low, but the NQ never took out Friday's low. That's why the NQ dumping like that. ES and the Dow took out Friday's low prior to taking out Friday's high. The ES never took out Friday's low. It took out Friday's high first and then rejected. So the NQ just trying to play catch up. The NQ just trying to play catch up. Okay. So I'm back to liking this again. I'm back to liking this breaker again. The NQ playing catch up. So if the NQ playing catch up, the NQ come down and take out this low and reject it, then I'm liking this breaker again. Ka-ha! See, that's why you sit back and you look at everything. Okay, so NQ playing catch up. I need the NQ to take out Friday's low and reject it. If NQ takes out Friday low and rejects it, then that'll bring the draw back to this high from this morning. And then that'll make me love this breaker again, like I did this morning. Never. That's what I want now. That's what I want. But I need to ink it. And again, it don't even have to get there. But I would love it if it did, because the ES and the Dow has taken that low. That's why I need NQ to take Friday's low and reject it. Then I would love that breaker again. Because look at how it's setting up so beautifully. We're getting rejection right here off of this fair value gap, right? The NQ is almost there. If we got some rejection and we came down and we took out this low, that'll put us at the breaker. At the same time, taking out this low on the NQ would put us at this low. There you go, right there. That's right there. That's right there. You do not need to pay anymore. You have serious skills. Oh, you talk about doing stuff. You talk about doing stuff. I appreciate it, man. My dad, y'all probably, do y'all remember when because I always be saying my father was a carpenter. My daddy was a carpenter. I used to say that all the time. I haven't said it in a long time, but like You could be talking about anything. Be like, you know how to make a cup of coffee? Yeah, my daddy was a carpenter. I can make a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always say my daddy was a carpenter. I ain't said it in a long time, but like people who know me, they be like, yeah, we know your daddy was a carpenter. On the NQ, when it's up to 50% on the monthly calendar at 6 a.m., does that mean anything? Depends on what you was looking at. I mean, it can and it can and it can't. Let's look at it and see if it's saying anything, if it's speaking to our spirit today. When it's up to the 50% on the monthly chart at 6 a.m. Okay, so NQ. Hold on, you say at 50% of the monthly chart at 6 a.m.? That's a very specific time. So if I'm looking at monthly candles, 50%. What is this? I got some stuff on here. Okay, so 50% of that monthly candle would be way down there. Which monthly candle? Which monthly candle? Now I'll be saying it all the time now. But my daddy was a carpenter. Like people who know me, they be like, yeah, we know your daddy was a carpenter. So 50% of that monthly candle. Now this month we just starting, so we just starting this month. Oh no, this April. Yeah, it's April. Okay, so 50% of April. All right, so 50% of April is 13, 37.25. All the candles. 2 p.m. Okay, so wait a minute. This 6 o'clock calendar here. Yeah, so it's the 6 o'clock calendar right there. It came close to that 50% on the 9 o'clock candle. It came close to that 50% on the 9 o'clock candle. But as you see, we didn't do a whole lot because when you look, we're just looking at it, price has been in this area the whole time. So the algo pretty much knew that was going to be like the fair value, like the equilibrium. It was like the algo was kind of tipping his hand for like the whole month because it started consolidating. It consolidated around that area all during this time right here, right? Kept being drawn back to it, above it and below it, consolidating it all through this time right here. So the algo was kind of tipping his hand that was the equilibrium for that month. But I don't see where we got back to it at 6 o'clock. For like the monthly. And only thing I really don't know what the question. It say doesn't mean anything for the monthly. Only thing I can say is like when it comes to like watching equilibrium, just know that when it comes to like watch 50% of anything, just know that that's like I look at that as fair value, right? I look at that as fair value. That's going to be the spot where the decision is going to be made, right? That's fair value. Are we going to sell at fair value? Are we going to buy at fair value? Right? That's where the decision is going to be made. So that's why I'll be watching price to come to the consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, consequent encroachment of the wick, right? Mean threshold of the breaker, because that's where the fair value is. So when it get to that point, now, you know, if I already don't have a bias, now I'm waiting for the market to show me what it want to do. But if I got a bias in the entry, now I already know if I'm going to buy or sell at that fair value, right? So that's why I say it can mean something and then it can't mean something. So if your 50% of your monthly range is the spot where you says I'm going to buy at that fair value, then you know this is when you're going to buy when it hit it. If that 50% of that monthly range is where you say that's fair value and I'm gonna sell at that fair value, that's when you know it's going to be saying something to you. But if you're just watching price and you see it coming back to 50% of a monthly range, that's when you sit back and say, okay, I'm gonna see what the market gonna give me now, because I don't have a bias, I don't have an opinion. We're coming back to 50%, we're coming back to fair value. So now once we get there, I'm gonna wait for a now, because that's when the market gonna say, okay, I want to go this way, right? And I'm not gonna chase that way. I'm gonna wait until it comes back to my fair value gap, come back to my breaker, come back to my 50% on a wick, my, you know what I'm saying, when it comes back to my 50% where I want to buy it, like that. Hopefully that was helpful. You know, I tried to give some kind of value in the midst of not really understanding the full thing of it, and talking through typing, it get kind of long sometimes. Hopefully that helped out. If it didn't, hey, try me again. I'll try another time. All right, man. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30 p.m. Gone, man.